So yesterday I did a video of quality versus quantity in music licensing, and there's certain things that I mentioned there about what's more important. And if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. I'll leave it in the description, the link, so you can check that out. And I was showing one of my tracks one of the latest tracks that I've been working on, and I felt like I left some things unsaid as well, because I wanted to mention as well about why doing more is so important when it comes down to your craft and to your art. And what I mean by that is that you need to not only compose a lot of music, work on your instrument and your compositions and your arrangement and your productions in general, but that the more you do that, not only the better you will become, but it will be easier for you to accomplish your goals. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that if you only write music, or you only compose and you produce music once a month, it's really hard to get the ball rolling. It's really difficult for you to feel any kind of improvement or have any sense of where you're going. If you commit a little bit every day, or depending on your schedule. I know that we're all busy, but I'm talking about nowadays that we're all on lockdown, or maybe you're working from home. Maybe what's happening now allows you to have a little bit of more free time to yourself, because you just can't go anywhere, or probably you lost your job. God forbid. I know many people who have lost their job right now at this very moment. My mother has lost her job in America after working for 20 years in the same place. Overnight, goodbye, go home. It's not a special case. I know that this is very, very common of what's happening right now. So what I mean by that is, in a perfect analogy of doing more will be working out. For example, if you only work out once a month, it's really hard to see any improvement. It's very hard to keep it up, that routine of once a month. So that's why it's important to work out on a regular basis. So eventually it'll become easier to go to the gym, or nowadays work out at home, which it requires even more effort, I believe, because you need to really put yourself in that state of mind of working out at least 3 times a week, in order to see some improvement, and for it to make sense. So the workout will make sense to your body and to yourself, and it's a routine, it's a discipline. So with music licensing and writing and composition, it's the same thing. The more you do it, the more hungry you are for it. The more I practice my guitar, because I'm a guitar player, the more hungry I am for playing my instrument. It's this really weird cycle of inspiration. The more I do it, the more I become more inspired by it, and the more I want to do it. It's the same thing with these videos. I've been doing one video a day since this whole lockdown, and since I moved to this new house. And you might think that it's hard, which it is a little bit hard, but at the same time, the more I do it, the easier it becomes, okay? And the same is with the music. I've been composing one music track a day and trying to really push forward with my production and my musical output, because I love it so much. And the more I spend time here, the more hungry I get, the more inspired I get. And it's this really weird cycle that it feeds one thing, it feeds into the other. And, that's what I feel, that I want to communicate this message to you, that in this period of lockdown, in this period of uncertainty, now's the time to study. Now's the time to invest in yourself. Now's the time to do something every single day for yourself, okay? Anyways, I want to show you yesterday's track that I was working on, so you can listen to a little bit of the arrangement. So go and check that video yesterday while I was playing this track. And the arrangement now is taking shape. I'm looking for a change now. I've EQ a little bit of the guitars as well, because yesterday I noticed that everything was very muddy. But it doesn't matter, because that was yesterday. Yesterday I came up with that idea, I recorded, and I share it with you, and then I put it out in the world. But then today I'm arranging, I'm cleaning up a little bit the mix, and I just want to show it to you so you can see a little bit of progress of how things can take shape. Okay, so this is the track. And I just want to play you very quickly how it starts now, the whole production, how it started to take shape. And this sounds a little bit cleaner than yesterday's track that I put out in that video. So just check it out, see how it sounds. change there. So with this arrangement, I've done a few things. I've done an intro, and I have an EQ with a megaphone type of preset, which creates that really weird sound, very tiny sound in the beginning, the intro. I wanted to sound very, it's going through a filter, so very mid-range, almost like going through a telephone or a very old radio, to create that atmosphere. And the same goes for the other track. It's a phone filter, so just a preset here in Logic, really. Really good sound. I love the intro because it gets me that kind of like very thin sound, and before the whole music starts. So start to play around with that kind of like ideas, and slowly building the track. And when it comes down to the arrangement, after this, I will probably up into that section that I just showed you, I will probably change it. I want to have like some kind of drop, not keep on growing or anything. Just want to keep the energy there contained, and keep it simple. It's always the idea is to keep it simple. But again, going back to the theme of this video, which is relatable to the theme of yesterday's video, is that the more I do this, the more arrangements I do with my tracks, the more ideas I'm coming up with, the more free I am to experiment and really take quick decisions and trust my judgment, because I've done it so much that I don't have to overthink about it, if you know what I mean. So it's the same with anything, and you can try this for yourself. Just set yourself a single task every day for a period of time, and you can see slowly the improvement, okay? And that could be, you might be want to work on your mixing techniques, on your maybe on your writing techniques as well, your writing composition, arrangement. There's so many little aspects to focus on that you really eventually can really zoom in so much and really focus on those areas and really grow as a composer, as an artist. And the idea is that the more you throw into the session, into an empty session, the more you can practice, the more you will get satisfaction out of your work and out of the struggle, because it is going to be a struggle, because you're going to have to really reach a certain plateau, and then you're going to have to like go and do more. Okay, it's the same with the YouTube videos. It's easier when I do it on a regular basis. Now that I'm doing it on a daily basis, it's really weird, but it becomes easier for me to come up with content for you guys, because at the end of the day, I'm not creating content, I'm actually documenting what I'm doing so I can share it with you. And I find little topics and little areas where I can share so much because of my own struggles, so you can just see them as I am doing it. And obviously, the more music I do, the more I grow as a composer, and the more I feel inspired. So it's this crazy cycle that is, I don't want it to stop, I want it to always carry on. So once I stop composing for a period of time, it becomes a little bit harder to get back into that wheel, or make the wheels keep going, if you know what I mean. For example, when we moved here to this house, I had the studio packed for a few days. It was like a good 4 to 5 days without doing any music and doing anything. And it might seem like it's crazy, but even that small period of time, you feel the drop. And it's the same with working out. If you stop for 5 days or a week, you can feel it. And yes, there is a time for that. There is a time to take a holiday. There's a time to chill out. There's a time to relax. There's a time to heal. But now that we're in lockdown, now that there's this thing going on in the world, this is not the time to chill out. This is the time to actually increase. And yes, take care of yourself, but at the same time, do something new, which is the messages of these videos that I'm doing here. Anyways, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're doing well as well, and within your lockdown and wherever you are in the world. I hope you're safe and healthy. And leave in the comment section what you think of this video series that I'm doing on a daily basis, and of the music that I'm coming up with. I want to keep myself accountable, I guess, and I want to make sure that you stay as well accountable by not only following the videos that I'm doing, but as well in your own way, try to get something out of this that is positive. Anyways, thanks a lot for the love and support. Rock and roll, and here's to your success.